Hello, welcome to the today's session. Hope everyone is good, great, and wonderful. Let's look at the today session. Today I have brought another stock for you that is a mid-cap stock. But first of all, look at that stock. We have to look at the news. What's news are telling us is very important because news always determine the future of the stock. So let's begin. And first of all, let's look at the first piece of news. That is India's ED conducts raid on Jet Airways Naresh Goyal. I think you are quite familiar. Who had read on the Airjet and who is Naresh? Um, I will leave this question just for your guess, and let's move to the next piece of question, um, which is India agency searches Jet Airways premises in 66 million fraud case. Wow, it's a shocking news, and it's also another latest news about the stock. And I think you can guess now what stock is it, right? So let's move on to the third highlights, which is India CBI conducts searches at location of Jet Airways chairman Naresh Goyal in an alleged bank fraud case. This piece of news is also similar as to the first highlight, and I think it's quite sounds like familiar, and we all know what stock is it, right? And let's move to the next piece of news. That is Mumbai District Administration seizes 4 aircraft of India's Jet Airways for non-payment of gratitude dues. So this is another bad news, and they have seized 4 aircraft of this stock just because of they didn't pay the dues. So now look at the last highlight of this news, which is Jet Airways SpaceJet hit 52 weeks lowest slip out to 10% in firm market. So these all news are bad news. So if there is some bad news, some bad headline about a stock, so what will happen? Definitely stock will fell down. Stock gonna have bearish trend, right? So this news what told us this news told us this stock gonna have very bad impact on the market, on their market chart, right? So we will discuss more about this news. Let's move to the introduction. What is Jet Airways India? As we all are familiar, Jet Airways India is one of the airline with the provide airline services in all over the world, not just in India, but also for another countries. They also fly for abroad. So it's a small mid-cap stock. You can say not small, just mid-cap, right? Small mid-cap stock. So let's look at the introduction of the Jet Airways India. Jet Airways India Limited engages in the provision of transportation as we just have talked about, they provide the transportation services and for the passenger, and they also do the cargo services, and it operates through the domestic and as well as also for the international segments. So they also fly for another countries. Domestic segments involved in the transportation within India. The international segment comprises air transportation, also land. So this airline was founded by Naresh Goyal on April 1st in 1992, which is old figure, little old, back to few years ago, right? So the headquarter of this stock is in Mumbai, India. As we know, most of their airlines, they have their head offices in Mumbai, right? So after the introduction of this company, it is very important to look at the company essentials. Like what's the ratios of this company? What's the company essentials to understand this stock more betterly and more deeply? So if we have just, if first of all, if you look at the market cap, so the market cap of this company is 422.58 crore. And then is enterprise value. Enterprise value is 8,961.89 crore. And number of years, 11.36 crore. No PE, no PB value, and the face value is 10. And they don't have dividend yields is 0%. So it's maybe we can consider as a bad stock, the bad impact on the stock. Yeah, although this dividend yield 0% is a micro impact. It's a microeconomics, but it can affect to the whole stock. And the book value is minus 1,541.10, and the cash is 119.20. And here's all details about this company. So the most important is sales growth and the profit growth. If you look at the sales growth, the sales growth is still in the minus, not in the positive. So it's very bad figure, very bad numbers, right? So which is minus 98.55%. And if you look at the profit growth, and the profit growth is, yeah, just somehow okay. The profit growth is 48.67%. So after after analyzing the company essentials and the introduction, it is very important to look at the latest chart of Jet Airways. What the chart is telling us, how the stock is working on the stock market. So how this news is impact on their chart. So it is very important. So if we have a look at the Jet Airways latest chart, so we can see the market opening market by 39 points, and then it slowly decreased to the 37. Just within 1 day, this stock fell down more than 2 points. So it's a very big number. As you can see, the volume of the stock is also decreasing slowly. So these news is really have very bad impact on this stock, and the stock is not doing good just because of these news. Even that already this stock is a small mid-cap stock. So when we have this kind of news, so this kind of news